Hello everyone and welcome to CSC Core Concepts. I am Dr. Sonali. In this video, I am going to discuss about a general perspective evaluation about the CNN and the ANN. So before coming to this presentation, I would request you to please go through the ANN. Go through ANN, how does it function, and about CNN also, so that you can have a clarity as how does they both work. Okay. So let us get started with CNN ANN. So let's say ANN. So in ANN, if you have seen, we have what was the model? It was input you are given it to the multiple hidden layers. Okay, and in each of them you had some weights assigned. Okay, and a output was desired. So if you have gone through my back propagation algorithm, and if we do not get any desired output, then we back propagate each layer so that we can adjust the weights. Okay. So what is the perspective of it, so that we can minimize the loss function or the cost function. Whereas in case of a CNN, we have seen there are multiple layers. Okay, it is not only one layer. First, we had done convolution. Now, convolution is also done in multiple times, right? So that you can extract the features of the image. The first convolution layer might be highlighting on the edges of the image. Somebody might be detecting the color of the image and so on. Thereafter, we apply the ReLU function. We have the flattening, fully connected layer. So it is a series of layers which we are performing, which is not there in case of ANN. Right. So you may feel that because of this, ANN might be faster or easier to do as compared to CNN, but it is not so. Always it is not so. So we will discuss this here. So let us discuss this with the help of an example. So we will consider an image. The size of the image I am taking as 100 cross 100. And the image is a colored image. And for colors, I have three channels R, G, and B. That is red, green, and blue channel. Right. So this is my size of the image. Now I will be performing multiple convolutions. So in the first convolution layer, we can have to choose a filter, right? If you remember, if you have gone through the video, please. Otherwise, I suggest you go through the video so that it will be very clear to you what is a filter. And the size of the filter is 3 cross 3. Now, what will be the output of my first convolution layer? That depends on the formula W minus K plus 2P divided by S plus 1. Let us see the components of this formula. So W is your input value. So your input is your 100. K is the kernel size of the convolution kernel, that is also called as a filter. So size is 3 cross 3. So 3 is the size. Padding is 0. We don't need to add extra zeros to our matrix because our matrix is a symmetric matrix, and stride is 1. So what was stride? If you remember that this is the image I have applied the first filter. Now after applying the first filter, I will move on to the next column. When my all columns are done, we move on to the next rows and so on, right? Until here we move to the filter. So every time by how many steps you have to move in column and rows, that is given by the stride. So by default it is given as 1, or you can have 2 or 3 also. So padding is required in case your output is smaller than input. So to maintain the dimension, sometimes we give some extra zeros. They will be given 0 values only, nothing different. So let us see the output of the convolution layer first after putting these values. So our W is equals to 100 minus K is 3 plus 2 into P, padding is 0. So plus 0 divided by stride is S plus 1. So 100 minus 3 is 97. 97 by 1 is 97 plus 1 will be your plus 1 value, it will be your 98. Okay. So the output convolution layer, first layer output is 98 cross 98 because the image is of size 100 cross 100. Now how many 98 cross 98? 32, because you had 32 filters, right? So first filter is 98 98 1, second filter, third filter, and so on. So the total number of parameters in the first layer will be what? 3 into 3, that is the size of the filter, multiplied by 3, that is the RGB color channel, 3 channels I have, multiplied by 32 filters, plus 32 constants. You remember the formula? Right. So constants. So it gives us 896 parameters. So after the first convolution layer, the model will learn using 896 parameters, which is quite small. So let us go to the next connected. Now suppose if you have a fully connected neural network, you are creating a CNN model using only one convolution layer. So your input size will be what? 100 cross 100 into 3, right? So this is your input size. So after the first layer, you have 98 into 98 into 32, right? So this is your first layer. Now first fully connected network. Fully connected network, okay, see, how am I doing? First layer is my 32 filters, right? I have an input of size 98 cross 98 into 3. Actually, the input is 100 cross 100 into 3, right? So it is 32. This is my network, right? 98 into 98 into 32 of the first convolution layer. So what is the formula? This multiplied by the number of networks plus this value. Remember, we have done in artificial neural network inputs multiplied by the all the weights plus a constant value that is called as a bias. So these many parameters. Okay, now this is very huge, right? So if you are training your model using so many parameters, your model will become a overfitted model, right? Which will do very good during training phase, but it will fail during the testing phase, right? So we have to reduce the number of parameters. So let us go proceed ahead. So let us design a neural network model. Now it may happen that out of so many parameters, half or mostly all the parameters are not contributing to the image, right? Because they are background and all. So what is the use of keeping so many parameters? So let us have some more convolution layers. So let us have another convolution layer having 32 filters of size 3 cross 3. Then we will do some pooling operations, right? And some more convolutions. So let us go on doing it. So let us have a second convolution layer. So second convolution layer may your input will be your 98 cross 98. Remember. So what was the formula? 98 minus 3 plus 0 because padding is 0. Stride plus 1. So 98 minus 3 is 95 plus 1 96. So the output of the second convolution layer will be 96 cross 96 into 32. So how many parameters will be 3 into 3? Right? That is the filter into 32 filters, right? There you have 32 layers. Are you getting 32 layers from the first layer plus the 32 here? So this 3 into 3, see, this 3 into 3 here is the size of the filter into RGB. This is the input channel, right? RGB. Now when you have done your C1 layer, now you are going to C2 layer. So your input you are getting is what? 98 cross 98 cross 32. Here your input was what? 100 cross 100 cross 3. So this 100 had become your 98, right? So this 3 is this, right? Now here it is 32. So 32 will come here. This is the size of the filter for one filter. How many filters you have? 32. Multiplied by 32 of the first layer plus 32 bias. So this many parameters in the second filter. Now I will do some pooling operation. Okay, so what was the use of pooling? For reducing the size. So let us take a pool size of 2 cross 2 and apply some pooling operation. So if I am doing pooling, so what was my input here? 96 into 96, the size of the image, it will reduce to half. I am doing a 2 cross 2 pooling. So my image size is now 48 cross 48 and 32 filters. So image size reduced. Now let us do some dropout. Now dropout, if you remember, it was an optional part just to reduce some of them factors. Not a problem here. Okay, now let us go to the third layer, CNN. So what is the input in the third layer? 46 into 46. This you got how? After first convolution, second convolution and pooling, right? Now how if you put this in the formula, your input was what? 48, right? So 48, if you put in the formula, 48 minus 3 plus 0 by 1 plus 1, so it will become your 46. So your input is 46, and now in this layer, let's say we have 64 filters, right? So how many parameters? 3 into 3, size of the filter, into 32, that is of the layer C2, because you are coming from C2 layer, and currently you have how many filters? 64, and this bias. So these many parameters in the C3 layer. Now let's go for the convolution C4 layer. So C4 layer mein input was your 46. So 46 minus 3 plus 0 by 1 plus 1. So it is now 44. 64 filters over here. So parameters 3 into 3, size of the filter, 64 of the previous layer, because C3 was having 64. C3, this is C4, C4. So these many parameters. Now again they want to do some pooling. Let's say reduce to half. So what was your input here? 44 into 44. So it will reduce to 22 cross 22 into 64. So dropout if I do, it's okay, but in dropout no parameters are generated. Now this is my image size from 100 cross 100 into 3. Now it has become this. So now if you remember, our image is a two-dimensional, but if we want to give it to the fully connected layer, we have to make it one-dimensional. Remember? So flattening, yes. So in the flattening process, it is 22 into 22 into 64. How many input parameters I have? 30976. So if I have a one fully connected layer of 256 neurons, this is your ANN. So how do you compute? 3096976 input into 256 plus 256. This is your fully connected layer. Now your output is of size. You have say three types of images you are classifying. So 3 into 256 plus 3, because your network is what? This is input layer. How many inputs you have? 30976. This is going to the hidden layer. So hidden layer has, let's say, 256 neurons. It is going to output layer having 3 neurons. Okay. So from input to hidden, this you have computed. From hidden to output. So 256 multiplied by 3 plus 3 is 771. So if you now compute the total parameters of which C1, C2, C3, C4, and fully connected and output. So you are getting a sum of 79,090, 7996451. Now you remember that value which we had computed here. How many parameters? These many parameters, right? If you are using only one convolution layer. So what happened? When you are increasing the number of convolution, your parameter values are getting decreased. Understood? So now you are managing with 7996451 parameters. So it has reduced. These are only the meaningful parameters which are contributing to the image quality. That's it, image classification. Now you can consider an ANN network. Suppose the same image classification I am doing using a ANN network having only one hidden layer with 256 neurons. Okay. So output layer has suppose 2 neurons, let's say 2 classification. Or you can go for 3 also, no problem. So input was our 100 cross 100 into 3. So first we have to do what? We have to send this input to the one hidden layer having 256 parameters. So this input has to be flattened, right? So 100 into 100 into 3 into 256 hidden layers plus this bias. So this is your value. Now hidden to output you have to go. Hidden to output you have to go, right? So hidden to output, let's say there are only 2 outputs. So this multiplied by 2 plus 2 is this. So total number of parameters if you compute, okay, if you add these two, the value is huge as compared to a CNN model. So now it is not like that you are going to take 4 convolution layers always. See, whenever you are doing any experiment or you are writing any program, so you have to find out the ideal number of convolution layers. Some that depends on the type of image classification problem, right? So you always try with the first convolution, one convolution layer. You can check the output how it is coming, okay, how much correctly classified. You can try with the second classification. You can go for some pooling operation. Now pooling can be done here also, right? So this way you have to do the testing so as to minimize the cost function, or you can say the loss function. That is, misclassification errors should be as less as possible using CNN. So this is a comparison of ANN, CNN, and why CNN we are using multiple layers, and how the multiple layers are contributing to the quality of the output. So you can try more experiments using some cats, dogs, some vehicles, and you can apply them and execute using the CNN model. So keep a track of this video, and you can experiment using your own values. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CSE Core Concepts. In my upcoming video, we are going to discuss about the various types of optimizers which we use in CNN model. Thank you.